Hello and welcome to Pine River-Backus. Here we have a very good matchup between two really good teams, the Pine River-Backus Tigers and the Park Rapids Panthers. This game tonight is going to be a whole heck of a lot of fun, not for just the game, but we're probably going to have one of the best streamed games here of the night. I said this about Steve Heslop last night, if you were able to listen in, but here on my left is a legend in his own right, former athletic director, former coach of boys and girls basketball, track, football, you name it. Randy Schweigel is next to me for a nostalgia game, I would almost say, that we're commentating together.
It should be a lot of fun. It's good to see you again, Caleb. You know, we always, talk and text each other, but, listening to you in person is always enlightening.
So, Randy, we're going to talk about the matchup here tonight to start with this game. So the Pine River-Backus Tigers are sitting at 11-11 in their section. They're 5-3 conference, 6-5. Right now they're ranked 74th in the class rank, and they just went their last two games. One was against Crosby Ironton, which you watched, and also Walker Hackensack Akeley, which they won, which was a really good game for these Tigers to get some momentum coming into this game.
Well, and the thing that when I was coaching, and it's still true today, is when you play certain teams like the Walker Hackensack Akeley Wolves, that's a big rivalry, and the girls, they really get up for that game, and it seems to always bring, a very competitive ball game, and you saw it, there the other night. It was really a fun game to watch.
Well, and that's the thing of it, too, is when we're talking about fun games, you can always count on some games throughout your schedule to be fun. I always even when the score doesn't either fall our way in Pine River, the Pequot Lakes game is always a fun game to just go watch. The atmosphere is always good. And I think of those kind of games as games that on your schedule you just kind of circle because it's going to either be a good game or at least a fun one.
Well, they're fun games, and there's a lot of different reasons why, the competition, but the kids all know each other. They're neighboring towns, and they do things together outside of school and outside of sports, and, they always, want to beat each other, so they have those bragging rights. But, when the game is over, they're still friends, and that's what really makes it fun and what sports really should be all about.
Yeah, and that's 100% true. And kind of now looking at the Park Rapids area, their schedule, comparatively speaking to Pine River, has been tougher. They're a 2A team, but you look at their schedule, and they played people, let me throw some names out to you, Randy. Well, they played Crosby Ironton twice,
yep.
Which is a tough game either way with some of the people that they have. You also look at Pequot Lakes. They play them twice. So you're talking about a 500 team who has a record of 9-11 currently. And let me see, they're 9-12 currently. They are in their section 2-6 and 4-4 in their conference. But that doesn't mean a whole heck of a lot when you're playing those really good teams. Pequot Lakes, for instance, is ranked 8th or 9th in the state in AA basketball right now.
Yeah, and that conference that they're in, Mid-State Conference, the CIs are in there, and they probably have one of the best girls in the state right now playing for them. They play them twice. You already mentioned Pequot, who's having a really good year. Then you look at, they'll pick up some non-conference. I think they play DGF, who's always pretty solid. And, the only thing that really matters, when you get going on a Friday night is who are you playing against right now, and it's PRB against Park Rapids, and that's the game that matters the most. So, let's see who brings the most out here tonight, and who wants to win the game.
Well, maybe talking a little bit more sports here, Randy, we just heard word a few minutes ago for all you Pine River fans that the Road Crew wrestlers, the Pequot Lakes and Pine River co-op of the Road Crew, are up 25-9 in their section semifinals. If they win, they will go on to either wrestle Perham or Dilworth Glendon Felton. And so we got a lot of good sports going on here tonight around the area. One of the other things that we're looking at tonight is There's a lot of stuff going on. So boys basketball, Wadena at Aiken, which should be a good one. Boys basketball, CI is at Greenway. CI is up, currently 43-22. Oh, wait, this is an old one. There we go. Now I'm on. So Pillager at Sabika, Park Rapids at Aiken, Pequot Lakes at Crosby Ironton, and then a win, Aiken or Mora over Aiken in a semi-finals section wrestling tournament. But Randy, we have 15 minutes here to go. I don't know how much you've watched of Park Rapids, but I know you've watched a lot of Pine River. What do you think the keys of the game tonight are going to be for Pine River to really pull out a win against a pretty formidable opponent?
Well, let me just back up a little bit. You talked about wrestling and road crew wrestling. You know, there's a good example of the kids, you know, everybody, when you play Pequot and boys basketball, you go down there for a track meet, baseball, softball, that's the team you want to beat. But here we are co-oping with them in wrestling, and the kids get along great. It's a good example of, you know, how kids can mesh together and form a good team. And Travis Hoffarth has, you know, been coaching there a long time and does a great job year after year with those kids. And here they are again, looking like they got a great shot to go to the state, you know, wrestling tournament. Getting to the basketball game tonight, you know, I watched the game the other night, college game, and after the game, the coach was on talking about, you know, why his team looked so poor the first half. And he said, you know what, we turned the ball over a lot and we missed a lot of shots. And those are the things that kill you. You know, tonight, you know, the other night, Caleb, you did a game and there was just a lot of turnovers and it was just back and forth, one team turned it over to the other team. And I think that's the key. Who's going to take care of the basketball here tonight? You know, and a lot of people don't realize you come down with the basketball and you turn it over. Well, now we lost 2 points. Well, really, you lost 4 points because you're giving them an opportunity to hit a 3 or a 2, and you've lost that chance. So it could be a 4-point or a 5-point swing. So turnovers, I think, are going to be huge. And then the other thing, PRB, and Park Rapids isn't that big of a, you know, the girls are not that tall either. But rebounding, I don't think has been one of the strengths for PRB this year. I think it takes a lot of work, and they're going to have to work hard tonight and get some of those rebounds.
Well, and I do agree with you, Randy. Is what I've seen from Park Rapids is they're a quick team, but they love to press. And the Pine River-Backus Tigers are just going to have to be calm, cool, and collective in that press. Once the Panthers or any team in the game of basketball, once they realize that you are starting to get nervous or you're starting to rush, then the press becomes almost a mountain in the game of basketball compared to a little hill that you have to go over to get onto your side to go score.
Yep, and I know that, you know, both teams have worked against presses. I know they both know how to break a press. It's just a matter of fact, like you're saying, who's going to stay calm and bring the ball up and get to your spots where you're supposed to be against the press. You know, Park Rapids, you know, early in the season they had a couple big wins, and, you know, like I talked to some coaches and they go, hey, they're a team that's going to be tough, you know, during the season. Well, then I noticed on their schedule they all of a sudden went on a 6-game losing streak, and, you know, now they're sitting at just a little over or under 500. So I think they have the potential to be, you know, a good team, but let's see how they handle, you know, PRB pressure tonight.
Well, and Randy, you talked about that 6-game slump that the Park Rapids Panthers went through. Let me read them off. Let's see here. I'll find it. So they lost to Crosby Ironton, DL, Hawley, Barnesville, Pequot, Thief River, and then they won against Staples, Motley, Aiken, and then lost to Crosby Ironton again. But I was talking to Coach Lemke about that, and he said, you know, to be quite honest with you, we got to play our game, of course, our brand of basketball. But he's saying we need to start looking to playoffs. What can we do in the playoffs? Because like he said, his section is pretty open. I don't know who in particular is in his section, but he was talking about let's get through the regular season, let's figure out what we got to fix, and then really push ourselves in the playoffs. Yeah,
and we're winding down here. It's coming to the end of the season, just a couple of games left for, you know, boys and girls basketball, and then we'll get into the playoff season, and then everything counts. You know, it's for real, one and done. You know, if you don't do the job, you're done for the season, and that's what you look for. I know when I was coaching and some of the teams I had, you know, we looked at going into playoffs, you know, some years it was like, can we win one? You know, let's win one game, but there's some years that would go, hey, can we win 2 or 3? So that's, Coach Lemke's right. Set your sights, maybe a little bit high and try to do some damage in that section.
And so what we're going to do is take a timeout. When we come back, we'll do the coaching interviews on the Station 371 pregame show on the Cub Food Studio. And remember, Station 371 restock on food, fuel, and bait at locally owned Station 371 on Highway 371 in Pine River. Station 371 has bait and tackle quality Cenex gasoline and is the only area fuel station with kerosene and off-road diesel. Station 371 in Pine River. I'm Caleb Travis. This is your live event, and we'll be right back after this timeout for the coaching interviews. We'll have Tucker Sheely on right after this break.
Specials offered on all league nights. Don't forget Moonlight Bowling every Saturday evening. For information on leagues or to sign up, call or stop into Community Bowl and Pizzeria in downtown Pine River. 218-587-3100.
And welcome back to the 371 pregame show. You're here with Caleb Travis, and I'm here with Coach Tucker Sheely of the Pine River-Backus Tigers. Coach, you had a little bit of a slump against Crosby. It was one game, but then you went and came back and beat Walker, which is a big conference win and also section win. What does that prove to you about your girls being able to battle adversity?
Yeah, no, it was good to see. It's it's always fun to beat a good team and a high quality team, well coached, and so it was fun for them to come out and get the win against Walker the other night. But looking to see if we can't take that next step forward here tonight against Park Rapids. We got a taller, a little bigger athletic squad tonight, so we'll see how we manage that pressure and that height.
Well, and one thing, too, is against AA opponents, it's a little bit more difficult of an uphill battle. What is the game plan this week to get you ready for this AA team in Park Rapids?
Yeah, I mean, the preparation's the same for every game, regardless of the class. But at the same time, we know they're going to be, they've played a tougher schedule, and they've got, like I said, some height and some speed on some of the teams that we played so far. So we're going to try to force them to utilize the whole court. We're going to try to press them early and see if we can't keep them out of the paint, make them shoot contested threes, and then hopefully score in transition off of that.
Kind of looking at the Crosby lost a little bit. What was the big things that you kind of took away from that in order to get you ready for Walker that next game?
Yeah, I was really proud of the girls. I mean, anytime you get beat by that amount of points, it's hard to come back the very next night and play well, and a big credit to them and their mindset and being able to come out and execute, the game plan against Walker. But, the Crosby squad's good. Tori Orline's she's, kind of a budding star, and so it's fun, it was fun to come back after that game, after she kind of handed it to us and prove that we can play against a good squad. And so hopefully that'll set us up here for, obviously, tonight and for next week. And, the goal is to be playing our best basketball come playoff time.
Yeah, and my next question for you, Coach, is playoff time is getting just right around the corner. You're looking at playing some pretty competitive teams within the section. Of course, you have Nevis, you have Walker. Have you started looking ahead a little bit into seeing kind of what you need to work on towards playoff time? Because I think you have like LaPorte, Black Duck coming up in the next couple weeks. Has that been a mindset of yours, or are you trying to keep in the moment?
Yeah, no, definitely one game at a time. So we talked about it today in our film session. Just our only goal tonight is come out and play the best that we can against Park Rapids. And certainly as a coach, you think about some of the things that we need to do better in order to beat some of those section opponents. But tonight we'll take the Panthers on tonight and do the best we can. Like I said, we want to establish post game inside if we can, get that inside out game working, and then limit their ability to get to the lane on us tonight.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Coach. This is the 371 pregame show. I'm Caleb Travis, and we'll be right back.
Pine River is proud to support radio coverage of our area athletes. No matter the sport, they salute the kids and coaches for all their dedication and wish them all the best of luck. Country Doc Veterinary Clinic thanks all the coaches, staff, and volunteers for taking the time to provide our area kids plenty of opportunities. Country Doc Veterinary Clinic is located east of Pine River on County Road 1, providing compassionate small animal care for your beloved pets.
And welcome back to the 371 pregame show. I'm Caleb Travis here with Coach Lemke of the Park Rapids Panthers. Coach, when you're coming here to Pine River, there's kind of been a little bit of a slump for you guys over the past, I would say, about 6 games looking. What is the motivation for your girls tonight coming into Pine River and playing against them?
Well, coming into playoffs, we just got to get ourselves back on track. We've kind of had a rough go of it. We had a really tough schedule, and we haven't closed out some of our games. So we just got to get ourselves back on track going into the playoffs.
And talking about playoffs, I kind of asked Coach Shealy this question as well. Are you looking at the rest of your schedule? Because like you said, you have a difficult schedule on the way out, and your last game is Pequot Lakes, who is ranked in the state. Are you looking game by game, or are you starting to look to playoffs to see kind of what you need to do to get a deep run?
Yeah, we're looking more towards the playoffs. We're trying to get ourselves ready for that deep run in the playoffs. So our section is kind of open for us to make a little bit of a run, so we're just trying to get ourselves ready here.
And so what have been the keys this week to the game for you? Pine River lost Ramsey Tulinchek, so kind of looking at it, they're a little bit more open to maybe a press or something of that nature. What have been the big keys for you this week?
Yeah, that's something we've been working on, just kind of coming down the stretch into the playoffs, as we want to be more of a full-court pressing team, so we've worked on a couple of those that we've been working on. We've kind of ironed out some of our rotation, so we're just going to be looking to do some of that stuff tonight.
And kind of looking over your roster, you have a roster that's a lot of seniors. What has that senior leadership meant to you and your program here when you're talking about that deep playoff run? Because you need a lot of leadership if you want to do that.
Yeah, it brings a lot of experience. So these girls have played here for a couple years. I rotate a lot of seniors, and once you get into playoff time, like the desperation kind of starts for those girls because that's one and done and it's over. So hopefully that'll bring that out in them.
And also still kind of looking at it, though, too, is you got a pretty young squad as well. You got some 10th graders and some 11th graders as well. And then even looking at your JV squad, you got a pretty young squad. What are you kind of looking towards the future as well a little bit, trying to get some of those girls rotated in so that you have that experience going into the playoffs and even next year?
Yeah, for this season, we're kind of just focused on getting the wins that we can this season. But we're always trying to develop our young players. We've got a pretty competitive, good-looking JV, so there'll be a lot of girls that are competing for spots next year.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Coach. Good luck tonight, and hopefully you have a great run in your
To support today's coverage, Hannikin Insurance has been serving families and businesses in central Minnesota for over 30 years. By working with an independent agency like Hannikin Insurance, the process of finding insurance that is appropriate for your goals and budget is simplified. Contact Hannikin Insurance Agency in Pine River, Little Falls, Piers, or Brainerd online at HannikinInsurance.com. Let Hannikin Insurance give you the peace of mind that comes from knowing your financial situation is secure.
And welcome back to the 371 pregame show.
We're getting that little shit. I told you,
Randall. Tonight we have a good matchup here with 3:13 left to go here in the first half. The Road Crew Wrestlers are up 32-30 here early, heading into the heavyweight section here in Thief River Falls. So that's going to be something we're going to be hopefully able to get something on all night here. Let's talk about some starters. So for the Park Rapids Panthers, it's going to be number 10, Gabby Scherpersky, number 12, Tori Weaver, number 13, Olivia Davis, number 23, Haley Eichens, and number 25, Julia Harmon. For the Pine River-Backus Tigers, Alora Dahl, Kate Travis, Brianna Hannikin, Hannah Barkus, and then number 24, Sawyer Tulinchek should be up there too, number 22. So it's been a really good It's going to be a really good game tonight. I think there's a lot of other really good games going around for the rest of the night as well here in the area. So with about 2 minutes left to go here, we have some really good commentary here tonight. Randy Schweigel and I will be on the call. We will take a short little timeout and we'll be right back here on your live event. I'm Caleb Travis.
Save on on your groceries and gas each week just by shopping at Pequot Lakes Super Value on Patriot Avenue in Pequot Lakes. Shop your locally owned Pequot Lakes Super Value for quality, service, and freshness. Enjoy delicious daily deli specials around the Stone Hearth fireplace, convenient on-site pharmacy, and the freshest meats and produce. Save on gas too. Earn 10 cents of savings on gas for every $100 spent on groceries. Pequot Lakes Super Value, Patriot Avenue in Pequot Lakes. Good luck, area teams.
Pine River Dental Arts is committed to the small-town feel of your local dentist while providing top-notch dentistry, like general dental care for all ages to help you have the healthiest mouth possible. And they offer same-day crowns. Pine River Dental Arts is happy to welcome Dr. Tony Sauer to the Dental Arts team. Make your appointment at Pine River Dental Arts on Park Avenue in downtown Pine River or call 587-4437. Feeling like patients are like family.
And welcome back here in the 371 pregame show. I'm Caleb Travis. Off to the left of me is Randy Schwagel. We're getting ready for the national anthem and for the starting lineups. For the Pine River-Backus Tigers, number 1, Alora Dahl. Number 2, Kate Travis. Number 5, Brianna Hannikin. Number 22, Sawyer Tulinchek. And number 24, Hannah Barkus. For the Park Rapids Panthers, it's going to be number 10, Gabby Shapersky. Number 12, Tori Weaver. Number 13, Olivia Davis. Number 23, Haley Eichens. And number 25, Julia Harmon. So we're going to get the national anthem. We're going to go to the ads, and we'll be right back to start this game. This is your live event with Caleb Travis.
People, economic viability, a wonderful place to live. Pine River, Backus, and PRB Schools. PRB Schools is a small school district with large district opportunities, providing activities and classes that involve students, making sure every student has everything to be successful. PRB Schools also offers a variety of community ed programs, a great way to learn new skills hands-on with others within the community, making connections with families, being involved with the community, becoming a community family. PRBschools.org.
The PRB Boosters are happy to sponsor coverage of the Tigers. Like them on Facebook for events and fundraisers. The PRB Boosters could use your help. Be part of great events and fundraisers, all built to give back and present more opportunities for the students of Pine River-Backus schools. For information or to get started, email prboosterclub1.com. Meetings are the first Monday of every month at 6 p.m. at the school. Good luck, Tigers, from the PRB Boosters.
This year, Schrupp Excavating is celebrating 40 years of digging it right. With this milestone year, Schrupp Excavating wants to thank all of their past, current, and future employees and customers. They appreciate all you've done to help Schrupp Excavating become one of the most trusted companies in the Lakes area. For any excavation project, Schrupp Excavating will have your project done right and on time, serving Pine River, Backus, Pequot Lakes, and all the surrounding communities. Schrupp Excavating LLC. Online at schruppexcavating.com.
Restock on food, fuel, and baits at locally owned Station 371 on Highway 371 in Pine River. Station 371 has bait and tackle, quality Cenex gasoline, off-road diesel, and is the only stop with number 1 diesel. Make sure to stop by to wash off the sand and salt with their indoor car wash, open when the temp is at least 26 degrees. They'll hook you up with your fishing and hunting licenses too. Station 371 on Highway 371 in Pine River. Thank you for supporting local business.
And welcome back to the game. We're out of the 371 pregame show. Thank you so much to Station 371 in Pine River. We got a good game going on here. Randy Schweigel off to my left, former athletic director at Pine River. I just about said Park Rapids. That would have been terrible of me to say. But Randy, we haven't done a game since the pandemic that we don't talk about anymore.
No, it's been a long time. It's nice to be up here with you.
So we're gonna have an exciting night. We already had an exciting night, and we're gonna see what happens. The Park Rapids Panthers are sitting at a 9-12 record. PRB sitting right at 500 on 11-11, and it should be a pretty good matchup, like you said, Randy. They're basically in Double-A a 500 team.
Yeah, and again, you do have to look at their schedule. They do play some very good teams, but what matters most right now is what's going on the court tonight. So we'll see who's ready to play and wants it the most.
And so we're going to get started here. Remember, for the Pine River-Backus Tigers, number 1, Laura Dahl, number 2, Kate Travis, number 5, Brianna Hannikin, number 22, Sawyer Tulinchek, and number 24, Hannah Barkus.
Caleb, just a quick note. You said we're off to an exciting start. JV game was a good game here tonight. PRB's got some young kids coming up that look like they have a pretty bright future, and they hung in there with Park Rapids tonight. Only lost by a couple points, so yeah, it was an exciting start.
And it looks like Julia Harmon will be the person to jump against the very undersized, comparatively speaking, Laura Dahl. But the Pine River-Backus Tigers win the jump, and it's going to go to Kate Travis. Laura Dahl off to the left side, looking to see what she can find here, and a foul call. And that's a quick one, Randy.
Yeah, real quick foul. Park Rapids in, girl to girl, I guess you call it, defense here to start. And somebody just ran through a pick a little bit hard.
So it's going to be a Laura Dahl who's going to pass in the ball. It's going to be Brianna Hannikin. They're possibly looking for her. And some good defense so far by the Park Rapids Panthers. And this is what they're kind of known for. This is kind of the bread and butter right here, getting up in your face. Kate Travis driving left. She'll go up, and she gets 2.
That's a nice shot by Kate there, dribbling and shooting the ball right off the dribble.
And some press there by the Tigers, and it's going to go to number 12, Tori Weaver, and she's going to get a foul call here on Sawyer Tulinchek. It's going to be the first foul for Pine River-Backus, first one for her, and the Pine River-Backus Tigers are up by 2 with 17:27 to go.
Yep, Sawyer's going to have to be careful. The last few games she got into a little bit of foul trouble early, so hopefully she can just kind of be a little more careful here. And she did the right thing, rotated down where she was supposed to be, just got there a hair late.
So Weaver will miss the first. She goes up and gets her second one. And now we're going to see a press, a 1-2-2 press here by the Park Rapids Panthers. And the Tigers, Sawyer Tulinchek almost made a very crucial mistake there, Randy.
Yeah, well, that ball was tipped, and luckily it was, but you're right, just about threw it over back into the backcourt.
Kate Travis dribbling up on the baseline, and it's going to stay with Pine River-Backus, and it's going to be Hannah Barkus who's going to pass in the ball. What do you think they're going to run here, Randy? They kept a lot of the playbook that you had.
Well, a little bit low where she has the ball, but they like to run and look, run a girl to the corner and look for someone down low in the post. And Kate was there. It just was a little bit too crowded where the ball was on the sideline.
And kind of an interesting storyline happening in CI right now. PQL is up only 6 to CI at halftime, and that is boys basketball. So Kate Travis now will go up on the left side. She'll throw up a launch one, and it's going to be a jump ball here.
Yeah, that was a little bit off balance for Kate. I mean, she got herself into a situation, where she had a good shot. It wasn't a long shot, but she just a little bit off balance.
So it's going to be 2-1. The Pine River-Backus Tigers are up with 16:42 left to go, and the Panthers get past the Tigers in some quick passing. It's going to be Harmon up, and she'll get a foul call.
I'm not sure who that one was on. Yeah, I was afraid it was. So Sawyer's got 2 already. Something we said just really shouldn't happen.
Mm-hmm. So that's going to be 2 on Sawyer Tulinchek, and the second team foul. Harmon will make her first. Coming into the game is Ella Dahl for Sawyer Tulinchek, and Randy, like you just talked about, that's kind of needing to happen a little bit.
Yeah, we just, we need her on the floor. Sawyer can't be sitting on the bench. She brings a little bit of energy to the court when she's out there.
Harmon makes her second. It's 3-2. Park Rapids leading with 16:28 left to go. The Pine River-Backus Tigers break the press, and now the Tigers are going to have to find some points here. Brianna Hannikin, beautiful move, will go up and a no call, and that will go back into the hands of the Tigers. Kate Travis now with the ball. Brianna Hannikin from the baseline, she'll get a tip, and then now it's going to be Weaver pushing the ball.
Pretty good job getting back that time by PRB.
Ooh. And so now the Tigers are in a little bit of a fouling predicament here. Every time that that's going to be Haley Eichens up to the line. shooting 2, and that foul is going to be on Kate Travis, the third team foul for the Tigers. And one thing that I'm noticing is every time they've gone down, they've gotten a foul call.
Yeah, every trip so far. We're just into the game a couple minutes here, and we got 3 fouls already, PRB, and you can't be putting people on the line like that, and then some of your players that you count on the bench.
So number 5, Brianna Hannikin coming out of the game and number 32, Mimi Bucher's going in. Aishin's second one is up, and she missed both. And it's going to be a rebound by Laura Dahl, and now the Tigers are looking to kind of push it a little bit. So Laura Dahl going left to right. She gets to Barkus, a screen by Buchers. Kate Travis to Hannah Barkus for 3, and a long 3 she'll miss, and an almost rebound by Ella Dahl.
Be nice to get some offensive boards and get a second opportunity, but it's hard work to do that.
And that 3 was by Shapersky, number 10 for the Panthers, and that's kind of what the Panthers are needing to work the ball up quick on these Pine River-Backus Tigers and get some really quality shots. So it's 6-2, 15 left to go here in the first. The Park Rapids Panthers are up, and good defense, but Kate Travis is able to get into the middle.
Park Rapids girls are really doing a good job defensively.
Ella Dahl with that 3, she'll miss. A rebound by number 10, Shapersky, and another foul call here for the Tigers.
And that one occurred just because we were slow getting back defensively. They got to, whoever's up top, on the offensive, their job is to get back defensively and take that long pass away, and we just didn't have anyone back right there.
And that's going to be Ella Dahl, her first personal foul, team's 4th. It's going to send Eichens back to the line. She'll miss her first. And I agree with you, Randy. One of the things that I've noticed is how fast the Panthers want to move the ball up the court, because then you do get into situations where she makes her second, but you get into situations where the problem is you're going to get a lot of foul calls.
Yeah, when you push the pace, a lot of times good things will happen for you, offensively.
And that's going to be number 10. That's going to be Shapersky. Rebound by Harmon, and she'll get 2. And a timeout called here by Coach Tucker Sheely. And, Randy, what are we seeing right now from the Panthers that got them up 9-2 with 14:36 left to go here in the first?
Well, they're on the foul line, shooting free throws and really playing good defense on, against PRB. Obviously, they've seen them, seen the Tigers on tape and know what they're doing offensively. They're jumping out and showing themselves on the screens, taking that, potential drive away. I really like the way they're playing defense. It's kind of a smothering, working hard, hustling hard, and then creating some turnovers or getting the defensive rebounds and looking up the court quickly, and they're getting some, easy shots or, a shot and a foul and going to the line.
So here we go. Pillager and Sabika tied at 35. Pequot Lakes girls win at Proctor 45-30. And then the road crew beat Thief River Falls 35-30 and are going for the section title. Don't know against who, but that's what's going on in your local sports right now. I was about to say in your neck of the woods, but that wouldn't make sense because it's Al Roker's thing, but also we're here, so not really. So 14:26 left to go, 9-2. Pine River-Backus Tigers trying to see if they can find something here on the offensive end. Mimi Bucher's looking down to Travis, and Travis will get that one poked out by Weaver. It's going to be Eichens on Barkus, and it's going to be a no call. And it's going to stay down with the Panthers.
I do like that offensive set that PRB just ran there. Had Kate posted up with a girl on her back and just couldn't quite complete the pass.
So it's going to be Tori Weaver passing in the ball, and it's looking like a little bit of a matchup 2-3 zone here. And it's going to be Weaver popping out for 3. She'll miss, and it's going to be Harmon with the rebound. And then it's going to be number 23, or my fault.
It was 23.
23 Eichens. I've been saying the wrong girl's name. It's Olivia Davis, number 13, who's been doing all the free throw shooting. So Kate Travis now will go up on Hardman, and she'll get the 2.
That was a nice drive by Kate to go up and under there and got the nice roll.
So now it's going to be Ishans trying to pass by the Tigers, and just it'll go out of bounds. Olivia Davis will be the one to go passing the ball. And that's going to be Weaver for 3. She'll miss. Rebound by Ishans, and she'll get 2.
That was a little bit too easy. No one covering the girl up in the corner. She got the 3, and then no one boxing out and letting the girl come right down the lane. You know, good hustle by Park Rapids and to make that happen.
So now it's going to be Mimi Buchers driving right on in, and she'll get a 2.
That was a nice drive by Mindy. A little bit of traffic. She still got the shot up with a nice soft touch.
And now the Tigers are putting on a pressure. 13:04 left to go in the first. 13-6. Park Rapids leading. Hardman from Davis. She'll try to get her own rebound, and it'll go out of bounds.
Hannah Barkus had good position that time and just didn't quite see the ball, but she was good job hustling and getting to her spot.
So Mickey Clark, number 1, and number 21, Anna Neal-Nemi coming into the game for the Park Rapids Panthers. Tori Weaver and Julia Harmon coming out. So now the Tigers have got to find a little bit of production here on the offensive end, and they break the press pretty easily. And that's a pretty close body call there, and a hopefully jump ball call before that got a little too out of control. So Hannah Barkus will pass in the ball. Randy, is that about where you want an out-of-bounds play?
Well, that's much better than where she had it before, and they're looking right there to Kate Travis. That's the spot.
Kate Travis with a good one-hander. She'll just miss it by a little bit, and now it's going to be Ishans with the ball trying to drive in for the Park Rapids Panthers.
You know, PRB in that 2-3 zone right now, and I'm sure part of the reasoning for that is, you know, Coach Shealy, you know, protecting people a little bit maybe from foul trouble, and also hopefully get people in better position to rebound.
Ella Dahl going to Kate Travis, then to Alora Dahl. Alora Dahl on the right side of the court trying to see what she can find here for the Tigers. She'll go kick out to Barkus. Barkus, Olivia Davis playing on her. Then we'll go from Ishans. Alora Dahl trying to get it into Mimi Buchers, and that will then get into the hands of Mickey Clark. It's going to be Ella Dahl on Mickey Clark. And one thing, Randy, I think during halftime, Coach Tucker Shealy's going to have to talk about just getting back on the defensive end.
Yeah, and they did a good job that very last trip there they got back, but it's got to be consistent. They got to do it every time.
And that's going to be Aishan. She'll miss. Yilimi got the rebound trying to go up on Kate Travis. Kate Travis then will get her second personal foul and fifth team foul.
You know, I was just about to say we've been, you know, better at getting down and not getting fouls, and then what the heck happens? We get one.
So Davis to then, what do we got here? A travel call, and that was Gabby Shapersky who actually made it after the call.
Yeah, it was a travel. There's no question about it.
And we got a pretty good officiating crew, as you know, Randy, coaching here at PRB tonight. An almost turnover there, and we get a foul call. And I don't know who Theo is going to call that one on. It's going to be on Olivia Davis, her first personal foul, team's only second foul of the night. Julia Harmon coming into the game for Olivia Davis.
You know, Park Rapids has a little bit of a bench they're not afraid to use, and, you know, oftentimes some of your better teams, they do, you know, can go 7, 8, maybe 9 deep and keep fresh legs out on the court.
So Hannah Barkus now on the right side. She goes to Kate Travis, then to Mimi Buchers, then to Alora Dahl. Mickey Clark playing on her. Kate Travis now trying to get past Yulanimi, and she won't, but a good pass then to Ella Dahl, and she'll miss, and a rebound by Ishans and a quick pass up to Harmon. And this is what the Panthers have been doing, and that's going to be number 10, Shapersky for three.
Yeah, again, they came down 3-on-2, and, that's a tough spot for those two defenders to cover three people, and we just got to get back defensively.
10:39 left to go, 18-6. Pine River-Backus Tigers are struggling on the offensive end. Barkus trying to pick it up.
A nice shot by Hannah. She got herself squared up, and good look at the basket.
I will say this, the one thing from the Tigers I have noticed is the press has helped them in the situation of when they've scored. Mickey Clark will miss that one. It's going to be Laura Dahl to Travis, trying to go to Barkus, and she does go for three. She'll miss. Ishins with the rebound. So now it's going to be Clark to Yelanimi. And that's going to be a quick one out to Ishins, and she'll get a travel call.
And again, she took a little quick step there before she put the ball on the floor, and you have to call it. It is a travel.
So Kate Travis and Laura Dahl coming out of the game. Sawyer Tulinchek going in, and also Brianna Hannikin. So the Pine River-Backus Tigers, not too bad of a spread right now for them. It's only a 9-point differential. And it's going to be Brianna Hannikin to Mimi Bukers. Mimi Bukers trying to drive in. She does. Oh, and that was a close two. Gets her on rebound. Tries to go up, and she'll miss. But a good job by Mimi Bukers, really trying to find those lanes, Randy. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah. I'm curious now to see with Sawyer if she can stay on the floor a little bit longer for us here.
Well, and the thing about Sawyer Tulinchek is I would say she's probably been one of the rising stars at Pine River this year, really picking up a pretty heavy workload when her, not only at the beginning of the year, but when her sister went down, Ramsey Tulinchek as well.
Well, I think she is a pretty good offensive threat, and right now all year long they've need somebody who can come in and give them that little bit of a spark. And she was sitting out there for a while with fouls. Maybe she can come in and hit a shot or two for us.
So number 12, Tori Weaver. Number 3, Macy Lund. And number 30, Avery Cedarstorm coming in for number 1, Mickey Clark. Number 21, Anna Yelanimi. And number 23, Haley Ishins. For the Tigers, Ella Dahl coming out of the game and Laura Dahl going in, and it's 18-9, 9:03 left to go here in the first. Brianna Hannikin to Sawyer Tulinchek, and now the Tigers have just got to set up the offense and relax a little bit.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right, Caleb. Just take their time, get a good shot. Somebody get a shot they're comfortable with, and step up and try to knock it down.
And that's going to be Mimi Bukers. It'll go off her foot. And it's going to be a turnover, and it's going to go to Tori Weaver. And the Park Rapids Panthers are going to try to capitalize here. One thing I've noticed, though, is the Pine River-Backus girls on defense have done a good job in the low post, stopping the low post. Really, a lot of their points have been at the three-point line. And that's one. Oh, Brianna Hannikin just hit the ground pretty hard on that one. But that was number 10, Gabby Shapersky again with the three. Tori Weaver will miss, and it will go out of bounds.
Brianna went down there. She was doing a good job boxing out, and the girl just stepped away. She lost her balance. But one thing I'll say about Brianna, you're not going to push her around. She's got a little bit of that rodeo blood in her, and kind of a tough kid.
So that's going to be Shapersky coming out of the game. It's going to be Mickey Clark coming in. And also for the Tigers, Kate Travis coming into the game for Mimi Bukers. We're going to get a jump ball call here. And Coach Lemke is not very happy about that call. And it's going to be Tori Weaver out to number 30, Cedarstorm. She'll miss. And then it will be number 3, Lund, with the rebound. It's going to be Mickey Clark, who's pretty quick on the dribble, Randy, yep. I would say. And a good steal there by Kate Travis to Hannah Barkus. And just seeing there, Mickey Clark, just her speed and athleticism.
And there's a case where, we talked about before the game, okay, there's 3 points they got, 2 we didn't, so it's really a 5-point swing.
So that's going to be Cedar Storm to Mickey Clark. And she's just all over the place here on the defensive and offensive end.
Yeah, she really is. She's working hard out there.
And Randy, to you, was that a big thing for you, was hard work? Maybe not so much you're going out on the offensive end and putting up 30 every night, but you're going in and just working hard every time.
Well, you do. You want to work hard, especially hard on the defensive end. You know, and I watched just about every game the girls have played this year, and I will say the PRB girls play hard. I mean, they absolutely play hard.
And that's going to be on number 3. That's going to be on Macy Lund. That's going to be her first personal foul, team's third. Right now it's 21-9. Park Rapids up with 6:44 left to go here in the first. Kate Travis will get her first one is good.
You know, I've watched a lot of basketball games, and I was talking to, again, some coaches, and I said the more I watch it, the more I understand that basketball is a game of runs. And right now PRB needs to have one of those runs.
So now the Tigers going in to a 2-2-1, it looks like to me. Mickey Clark with the ball. She's going to Tori Weaver. They got to get it over here pretty quick. Hannah Barkas tries to cut it off, but a good pass from Tori Weaver to Harmon, but will go off the legs and get it to Cedar Storm, and we're going to get an offensive foul.
Again, good job by Brianna Hennigan boxing out down there. She's not going to, step away from anybody, and got an elbow thrown at her.
And so now Olivia Davis coming in for Julia Harmon, and that's going to be Julia Harmon's, I believe, first personal foul, team's fourth. But the Pine River-Backus Tigers right now are getting some really good key fouls as well, because it's frustrating the Panthers.
Yeah, it is. And
that's going to be Barkas for a long and a good 3.
And a good job again, Kate finding Hannah wide open and Hannah getting herself set, getting a good look at the basket.
And now, Randy, like you're talking about runs, Pine River was just down by 11. Now they're only down by 7.
Yep.
That's going to be Tori Weaver that will get that 3.
Now we can't get flustered just because of one shot here. Keep doing what they're doing.
Kate Travis getting out of trouble, 24-14. 5:46 left to go here in the first, and another foul call. The fouls are starting to even out.
They are, and I think that's a matchup that PRB should take advantage of. Kate with number 30 guarding her.
So now we got Yelanimi, number 10, Shapersky, and number 23, Ishins in for number 3, Lund, number 1, Mickey Clark, and I didn't see who else went out, but that's going to be Barkas for another 3.
And that was a nice play set up. Coach Shealy called for it. They set a double pick on the far side, and she is wide open again, got a nice squared up look.
And then that will be Ishins, who just passes it right by Tori Weaver's head. And now the Tigers have got another opportunity, and we got a call going the other way. Brianna Hannigan might have been throwing that elbow.
Maybe it was a get even elbow. I don't know, but yeah, she's not going to mess around.
And so we're going to get a 30-second timeout here. It's your live event with Caleb Travis and Randy Schweigel. 24-17, 5:24 left to go here in the first, and we'll be right back.
Of a world where the crack of a bat is not just a hobby, but a lifestyle. Where I can build upon long traditions from the ground up. I want to work in an industry where all people can make their own field of dreams become reality. I'm going to elevate the world of sports someday.
And welcome back. Pine River-Backus. It's an exciting matchup here tonight. We got a little bit of a run going here for PRB. 5:24 left to go in the first, 24-17. Caleb Travis here with Randy Schweigel. A little nostalgia game before the end of the girls' basketball season here in Pine River. Just an FYI, Thief River Falls lost to the Road Crew. So the Road Crew is going to the section finals as a team to see if they can make it to the AA team state and another travel.
Yep. Again, little quick steps. I mean, they're travels. They got to call them.
Well, and I think that's the most difficult part in basketball, because when we look at the NBA, those quick steps happen all the time. And I'm not saying Pine River, just in general, student athlete thinks it's okay to come out and do it.
Yeah, well, I don't think you should be watching the NBA, first of all, because they don't really play by the rules. They travel all the time.
And that's going to be Ishins to Weaver. Kate Travis taking a hard one, and it's going to be a foul call.
Good job by Kate to step in there, take the hit.
And she, luckily enough, she had that bun on the top of her head to help impact.
Yep, saved her from a concussion, I'm sure.
So that's going to be Weaver's second personal foul, team 6. And we get Sawyer Tulenchuk out of the game and Brianna Hannikin for Ella Dahl and Mimi Bukers. And it's turning out to be, I thought it started slipping away, but the Tigers are roaring back here.
Well, they'd come down and hit a basket here, it'd be big.
And we get a body call here.
Well, we almost had a call going each way.
Mm-hmm.
One official called one thing, and another official started to call the opposite. But we're gonna go with this call right here.
So that's going to be the first on Mickey Clark, and that's going to be team 7th. Allura Dahl in a one-on-one bonus. Her first shot is up and good. And I think that's the interesting part about officiating, though, too, Randy, and you've seen it over your years of basketball, is that you're seeing two different things. And it's funny to say, like, officials might be watching two different games, but at the end of the day, they are.
Well, it is at different angles. One official's on one side of the court, the other one's on the other side. It's tough for them to see everything.
And the Tigers having some great ball movement here to really throw these Panthers off. Allura Dahl going up on Yianimi, and she'll miss, and Ella Dahl almost there for a rebound.
And that was a good offensive, trip for the Tigers there.
Well, and it's second chance opportunities that are a big piece of that. You need all of them in this game, and that's going to be number 10, Shapersky, who will miss a 3, and it's Hannah Barkus for another 3. She'll miss that, and Yianimi will get a rebound.
That last trip, defensively, PRB did an excellent job of boxing out.
And that's going to be Mickey Clark on Kate Travis. She's going to try for a reverse. And Coach Lemke had just about lost it if he didn't get a call on that one.
Well, he might have. But that was not a tough call to make.
So that's going to be on Ella Dahl. That's going to be her second, team 7th. And Mickey Clark is going to the line. Her first one's up, and she'll miss. And right now the Tigers have cut the lead a little bit, 24-18, 3:51 left to go here in the first. Mickey Clark's second one up, and she goes over the line.
All right, now if we can get something here on the other end, get a 3, get a 2, get to the line, something, it'd make a big difference right now.
Well, and I think the thing too, Randy, is if the Pine River-Backus Tigers, let's just even say they keep it at 6, and they go down and get a 3-point shot right at the end of time, the momentum's going to Kate Travis for 3, and she makes.
All right, I think you called that one.
Yeah, I hope so. But I think the thing of it, too, is, Randy, that if the Tigers were to go and just get a 2 or a 3 right at time, the momentum's going to be carrying in their favor.
Well, it definitely would be, and, it is right now.
And that's going to be number 10, Shapersky, for 2.
She really squeezed through a pretty small area there to get that shot up.
And that's going to be Kate Travis now with the ball. 3:09 left to go here, 26-21. Ella Dahl with the ball. She's on the left side. She's looking for Travis to come up. Olivia Davis playing good defense. Quick pass to Mimi Bukers for 2.
That was a nice job, that high-low combination. Good look by Kate, and really good position by Bukers.
And that's going to be an almost steal by Kate Travis. Ishins will get it. She'll go up and play on Barkus, and a trap comes down. Yianimi will have the ball. She'll go quick to Mickey Clark, and Kate Travis gets a steal.
There's a good example of Kate Travis using her quickness to get over there and pick that pass up.
And Ella Dahl for 3, and these Tigers are back in this game, and it's 26-26, 2:25 left to go here in the first. We're seeing a true game here tonight, Randy.
Yeah, this is a good ball game. And again, game of runs.
Olivia Davis on Kate Travis.
Good job of boxing out by everybody that time.
And so now it's going to be Laura Dahl to Kate Travis. 2 minutes left to go here. All tied up here in the first. Ella Dahl with the ball. Kate Travis is trying to post up on Yelanimi. And it's almost Aisha's. Ooh, that's a close one.
That is a tough call there. I thought that ball would tip, but maybe not. I mean, I'm not going to argue with Rick Keogh.
And Aiken is up 43 to Park Rapids 27. If you're wondering, that's boys basketball, not girls. I was going to say that would be really interesting if it was girls Park Rapids basketball playing Aiken tonight.
Split squad.
That's going to be Olivia Davis to Ishins to then number 10, Shapersky for 3. And she's been hitting on all cylinders with the three-point shot tonight, Randy.
Yeah, it kind of got caught in a little bit of a weird rotation. Hannah Barkus came up and she left her stand there wide open. She should have been out on that wing.
Kate Travis going to Ella Dahl, then to Alora Dahl, and she's launched got the 3. Ishins with the rebound. And that's going to go out of bounds.
That was a lucky break there. The girl was, beating us down the floor again. Now we have to be careful here. PRB's got to come down and just take their time and get a good shot here. Don't let Park Rapids go on a run of their own.
29-26, minute to go, and it's going to go back to Pine River. But the thing, Randy, that I'm noticing is a lot of dribbling in this press, not so much passing, which you would like to see if you were probably Tucker Sheely.
Well, there's a time for dribbling, a time for passing, but there is, too much dribbling, I think, at times.
Ella Dahl for 3, she'll miss. Mimi Bucher's almost getting that rebound, but Yilnimi will get the ball for the Park Rapids Panthers. 50 seconds left to go, 29-26. Park Rapids up. Shapersky for 3. Kate Travis tries to get a rebound, but Yilnimi will get it. She'll go up for 2 and make.
Yeah, Kate just didn't get out there and make contact with her on that box out, and rebound went a little long, and she was able to reach over the top.
And the Tigers really doing a good job of pulling this game back. Mickey Clark getting another foul. That's going to be the 8th team foul. That's going to put 2 on her. Number 30, Cedarstrom, going to come into the game, and Brianna Hannikin coming into the game. Subs. Kate Travis coming out of the game, and Mickey Clark for the Park Rapids Panthers. Ella Dahl will be at the line. Her first free throws of the night here. And Randy, I know when you coach, this was a big deal for you, is making your free throws.
Oh, they really make a difference in a basketball game.
20 seconds left to go, 31-26. Ishins with the ball for Park Rapids. Screen from Davis. She'll get the pass to her, and it will get almost a jump ball call here for the Tigers. Time running down. Olivia Davis going up on Hannikin. She'll go up and make the 2, and that's a tough shot.
Yeah, it was a tough shot. Pretty good defense. She just went up strong with it.
And Hannah Barkus will put that one out. And it's 33-26. Pine River-Backus Tigers pulling it in, and then the lead lessening a little bit. But we'll be right back here on your live event. We'll take a little bit of a timeout, and then we'll come right back.
Join a bowling league at Community Bowl and Pizzeria in Pine River. Community Bowl and Pizzeria has openings for all leagues: men's, women's, mixed, youth, seniors, and also Special Olympics. Enjoy some friendly competition and have a great time. Food specials offered on all league nights. Don't forget Moonlight Bowling every Saturday evening. For information on leagues or to sign up, call or stop into Community Bowl and Pizzeria in downtown Pine River. 218-587-3100.
Country Doc Veterinary Clinic in Pine River is proud to support radio coverage of our area athletes. No matter the sport, they salute the kids and coaches for all their dedication and wish them all the best of luck. Country Doc Veterinary Clinic thanks all the coaches, staff, and volunteers for taking the time to provide our area kids plenty of opportunities. Country Doc Veterinary Clinic is located east of Pine River on County Road 1, providing compassionate small animal care for your beloved pets.
Hanneken Insurance Agency is proud to support today's coverage. Hanneken Insurance has been serving families and businesses in central Minnesota for over 30 years. By working with an independent agency like Hanneken Insurance, the process of finding insurance that is appropriate for your goals and budget is simplified. Contact Hanneken Insurance Agency in Pine River, Little Falls, Pierce, or Brainerd online at HannekenInsurance.com. Let Hanneken Insurance give you the peace of mind that comes from knowing your financial situation is secure.
And welcome back to the Pine River Park Rapids game here tonight. Caleb Travis with Randy Schweigel. Plumbing, Excedra, Pine River, and trustworthy components of a Pine River. Thank you for sponsoring here tonight. But it's been a really good game. We're looking at, we got the Little Tykes out there, so maybe a little bit longer of a halftime than usual. But I think what we're seeing right now, Randy, is a really good game by both teams. Pine River, like you said, might Tucker Shealy might have to address the getting back on the defensive end part, but for the most part on the offensive end, they've been getting some consistent and some good shots.
Well, they haven't, and I think they kind of solved a little bit anyway, getting back defensively. It got better as the game went on, but it's got to be consistent again. Get back every single time. There's no excuse for not getting back, And again, we talked about a game of runs. Park Rapids went on a little run there at the end and got back up 7 on us. We came down from
11
from 11 and tied the game up on a great run. But now when they start the half, the first 5-6 minutes of the half are crucial.
Well, and I think one of the things that we're seeing right now is that the Pine River-Backus Tigers, I think, just need to put the clamps on number 10, Shapersky, Gabby Shapersky to be exact, because she's got a majority of their points on 3-point shots. She's sitting at 11 points right now. She's made at least two threes, a couple twos, probably a little bit more than that because I'm not the most accurate stat taker. But I think if they're able to put the clamps on her and stop her from shooting as many threes as she does, I think the Tigers have a really good chance of bringing this game back and getting a win.
Yeah, and I think there was a couple different occasions where defensively PRB just got a little mixed up. Girls were matched up with someone and they had run someone into their area and they didn't make that adjustment to go back to where they belong. But I'm sure Coach Shealy will talk about that a little bit, at halftime. But I'm sure he's going to address somehow, we need to get some offensive consistency. You can't just come down and hope for a run of 11, to tie it up. You got to get, we got to get some consistency there, and it might mean, let's run something to get Kate Travis open. Let's run something to get Hannah Barkas open. They ran a couple little plays under, the high-low combination that looked good. So maybe we'll see some more of that.
Well, and I think the thing of it too, Randy, is that right now Park Rapids, other than the run that Pine River had towards about middle to end of the first half, has been doing a really good job of pushing the ball and really getting consistent on offense. Their defense might be where they need to tweak some things, but for the most part, they've been fairly consistent on offense.
Yeah. I am not sure, what to expect the second half, but I wouldn't be surprised if you see Park Rapids maybe change something defensively. They might come out in some kind of a zone, a 2-3, maybe a matchup or something like that. Maybe not, I might be wrong. But a lot of times I know I'd like to change things at halftime to make the other team adjust if things weren't going the way we wanted. And I'm sure they weren't happy with that 11 point run that PRB had. So they might talk about, hey, if that happens again, let's take a different look defensively.
Well, and the other thing of it too, Randy, is when you were coaching, because I know every once in a blue moon, coaches like to do this. When I was doing a little bit of coaching myself, I would like to just throw something at a team, no matter if maybe we didn't use it in the second half, but we'll throw a 2-3 at them instead of playing man-to-man to just see how they react to it.
Yeah, and we would do that at times. We'd come out and we'd switch defensively, and I'd say, okay, maybe we're going to do this 1 trip or 2 trips, and we come down and it works out, well, then we stay with it. But when I was coaching, we liked to play man defense or girl defense, and we would do that most of the time. But you're right. Once in a while, you want to just throw it a little wrinkle in there, and if it works out, you stay with it.
Well, and I think talking about that, you do that in football as well when you're talking about defensive sets that you have. You might be doing something a little bit different out of a timeout or a halftime, but it's just so that teams, when you come out, what they're used to is now they're seeing something totally different, totally off the wall potentially, and it might throw them off to where if Pine River could capitalize on that, they might be able to get 4 points and only be down by 3.
Yeah, if you can kind of catch them off guard and maybe get a turnover or somebody put up a bad shot because they're not sure what's going on, in a close ball game that can make the world of difference.
So with 3:20 left to go here, 33-26, the Little Tyke basketball squad is out right now. We'll take another little short timeout, and we'll come right back on your live event. I'm Caleb Travis with Randy Schweigel here, Pine River-Backus, Park Rapids. Good game, and we'll be right back.
On your groceries and gas each week just by shopping at Pequot Lakes Super Value on Patriot Avenue in Pequot Lakes. Shop your locally owned Pequot Lakes Super Value for quality, service, and freshness. Enjoy delicious daily deli specials around the Stone Hearth fireplace, convenience on-site pharmacy, and the freshest meats and produce. Save on gas too. Earn 10 cents of savings on gas for every $100 spent on groceries. Pequot Lakes Super Value, Patriot Avenue in Pequot Lakes. Good luck, area teams.
And welcome back here in Pine River. Caleb Travis, Randy Schweigel for this really good game. We got Park Rapids, Pine River. Park Rapids right up right now, 33-26. If you don't, for all you Pine River-Backus fans out there, Pequot fans potentially as well, if you're watching this, don't know why you would, but if you are, Thief River Falls lost to the Road Crew 35-30, and now the Road Crew will wrestle against DGF. It was kind of a little bit of a toss-up between DGF and Perham, but it's going to be a good night of wrestling over in Thief River Falls for the Road Crew. And right now we're sitting in the team portion of the section tournament. The individuals will start here in a couple, I think roughly about next week as well. So a lot going on there in the area sports for Pine River. Plumbing, etc., Pine River, and trustworthy components of Pine River. Thank you for sponsoring our broadcast tonight. We really appreciate it. Also at halftime, Aiken is up 43-27, and we haven't really heard anything else. The other close game that I was pretty interested in is Pequot Lakes was only up 6 points to the Crosby Ironton Rangers, which is kind of a surprise with them. They went up against, the last game I watched of them was St. Cloud Cathedral, and that was a pretty kind of a wash for Pequot. But the Pequot Lakes boys basketball program and girls basketball program both doing some pretty good things right now.
I watched that Pequot boys and Cathedral. That was a good game for most of the way, and then it got a little bit. But good game I watched last night. Cherry boys played at Castle Lake Bena last night, and that was number 1 versus number 3 in the state, and again, that was a game of runs. Cherry was down most of the way and ended up taking a 4-point lead and just couldn't quite get over the hump, and CLB comes back and beats them, and that was a fun game to watch. Maybe one note, Caleb, I don't know, maybe you said it earlier, but Pine River-Backus boys were supposed to play last night with Walker, but I think that game now has been moved to Tuesday.
The 21st.
Okay, Tuesday the 21st. So that will be at Pine River here.
Yeah, and that's going to be another exciting matchup, a conference matchup and a section matchup for the boys. But we're here, Pine River-Backus girls, Park Rapids girls. In for the Tigers, number 1, Alora Dahl, number 2, Kate Travis, number 5, Brianna Hannikin, number 22, Sawyer Tulinchuk, number 24, Hannah Barkus. For the Park Rapids Panthers, number 12, Tori Weaver, number 10, Gabby Shapersky, number 13, Olivia Davis, number 23, Haley Eichens, and number 25, Julia Harmon. And the Tigers a lot more patient on the offensive end to start. Hannah Barkus will miss the 3. Sawyer Tulinchuk getting a rebound. Hannah Barkus reloading, and almost another rebound by Sawyer Tulinchuk.
Those were 2 good looks by Hannah there. I'm sure Coach Sheely was fine with her taking those shots. And good job by Sawyer getting in there and almost getting both those rebounds.
Well, and the thing about it, too, Randy, is so that's going to be a foul on Kate Travis. That's going to be her third, team's first. And the thing about it is, though, if Hannah Barkus would have came out and shot that three and made that three, the momentum would have still probably been in Pine River-Backus' favor.
Yep, and it, that we said before the halftime, the first 5-6 minutes of this half really oftentimes dictates what's going to happen, what the outcome is going to be of the game. So we want to make sure we get some good looks here and don't let Park Rapids slip away.
Well, and Olivia Davis right now has been to the line multiple times and made almost all of her free throws. But now the Tigers have got to answer back. It's going to be Laura Dahl, 35-26, 17:03 left to go here in the second. Sawyer Tulenchek looking for Brianna Hannikin. Brianna Hannikin getting played on by Olivia Davis. Sawyer Tulenchek now going to Alora Dahl. And Alora Dahl trying to get past Tori Weaver. Luckily enough, some Tigers were there to get the ball to at least a jump ball call.
And we're going to have to look at something a little bit different. Park Rapids doing really a good job jumping out and switching on all of those picks. There's other options off of there, that the girls got to start looking for.
And that's going to be Shapersky, probably the last person you want to leave wide open.
Yep. She's a good shooter, no doubt about it.
And that's going to be number 14 for her. She's up to 14 points, and it's 38-26. 16:24 left to go. Hannah Barkus trying to get the start here for the Tigers. She'll miss. Brianna Hannikin will get a rebound and a little smile because she just about knocked Hannah Barkus right off her feet. Laura Dahl will miss that one, but that was a tough shot, Randy.
Yeah, it really was. What I liked about that trip was Hannah Barkus putting the ball on the ground and going to the basket. That's the first time she's done that tonight. Otherwise, she's been happy shooting the threes, and you got to mix it up. You got to be able to go to the basket.
Kate Travis not happy about that no call there. She was trying to see if she could get something. But now the Pine River-Backus Tigers are going to have to find a way here. Shapersky for three, and she'll make. And that's kind of how the Park Rapids Panthers started the first half, was they came out and they're shooting. Shapersky got a lot of threes, and it's actually very similar to the first half. They came out shooting strong. Tucker Shealy calls the timeout, and then from there it kind of worked itself out a little bit.
Well, I think that's a really wise timeout by Coach Shealy. You got to stop this before it gets going too crazy on you, and we got to, I'm sure he's step out on her. When she gets the ball in the wing, somebody's got to close that space down on her and don't let her shoot it. And he's probably talking about some little different wrinkle they're going to do on the offensive end as well.
So CI will lose to Pequot Lakes 61-46, which kind of makes sense a little bit. I was a little concerned that Pequot Lakes might be seeing what they did with the girls basketball program just a couple nights ago. Kate Travis trying to sling that one around to Sawyer Tulenchek, who was cutting from the block.
And that was a good idea, just didn't execute it very well. Good thought there.
And so now it's going to be Ishins, Haley Ishins with the ball for the Panthers. She's going to go to Tori Weaver. She's going to try to find Shapersky. And it's going to be Ishins trying to get it to Harmon on Brianna Hannikin, and she'll miss. And that was kind of a lucky break there for the Tigers.
PRB went back to, girl-to-girl defense here. And, Brianna Hannikin was fronting her girl down low. And, I'm sure Coach Shealy told her to do that. And she's supposed to have some backside help, and I'm not sure who wasn't there.
So now the Tigers trying to find something on the offensive end. And it's going to be a steal here by Olivia Davis. And a almost jump ball there by Sawyer Tulenchek. Would have got it back into the hands of the Tigers. Shapersky for three. She'll miss. And a almost jump ball call, but Brianna Hannikin rips it out. So Alora Dahl with the ball. She's going to go to Hannah Barkus. And Randy, would you agree here that the Tigers need to score? Ooh, a push here. The Tigers need to score here pretty quick.
Well, they haven't scored this half, have they?
Not yet.
Okay, they need to they need to come up with something, a free throw, something. They got to get on the board, though, here quickly.
So that's going to be on Hardman, her second personal foul. Teams first. Sawyer Tulinchuk and Brianne Hannikin coming out of the game. Ella Dahl and Mimi Buchers going in. And it's going to be Ella Dahl with the blob. Or no, the slob, Randy. Sideline out of bounds.
Oh, yeah.
And that's going to be Kate Travis for three. She'll miss. And a rebound by Weaver. So Weaver now will bring it up for the Park Rapids Panthers. And the Tigers need to get a big stop here to try to get something going on the offensive end.
Yeah, they do need to come up with a stop here.
And it's going to be Kate Travis on Hardman. She'll miss in a foul call.
Yeah.
And Kate Travis had some words there. And she, Coach Theo, or not Theo, Rick Keogh is talking to her about it right now. And Rick is really trying to tell her, maybe like Randy Schweigel, no swearing.
Kate has to just kind of, compose herself here. She needs to be in the game. So a foul's a foul. I don't think I've ever seen an official take a foul back and say, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to call that. So, it's called. Move on. Let's move on.
Well, and I think the thing of it, too, is as a player, it's really difficult to think when you are going straight up on a foul call and you accidentally hit her elbow because she's jumping up. That's difficult when, as a player, you think it's clean.
Yeah. The officials are out there doing the best job they are. The kids are playing, doing the best job they can, and they're not gonna agree on everything, that's for sure.
Well, and Mimi Buchers almost got a good score there, and a jump ball call here will make it. We'll go back Tiger ball, 42-26, 13:35 left to go here in the second. And the Tigers have just got to get a quick score on the board here to get them back into this game. It's going to be Laura Dahl on the blob. She'll go to Brianna Hannikin on a foul call, and that one was almost too hard to miss.
Yeah, that was a good offensive, set there, good play they ran, and, good look. They got the ball to the wide open Hannikin.
Well, and the thing about it, too, is Shapersky only has her first, team second right now, so she's not really too concerned. It's not like she has 3 or 4 to her name.
Yep, nobody on Park Rapids team is in foul trouble. PRB, on the other hand, we got a couple girls that, got to be very careful.
And so now Brianna Hannikin will shoot. She'll miss. And now it's still the same score. The Tigers are just trying to get a quick stop here on the Panthers, and that's going to be a wide open Harmon. She'll go out to Shapersky for 3, and that's looking good.
She is a good shooter, and they look. She just plants herself out there on that wing, and they look to get her the ball, and she's been knocking them down.
And so now the Tigers are going to have an opportunity here, and Ella Dahl is going up, and she'll miss the 2.
That was a good drive by Ella, though.
And so now Tori Weaver, quick one to Olivia Davis, a nice pass there from Weaver. And so now the Tigers are going to have another opportunity here to try to get something going. And Randy, do you still see there's a lot of time? And that's going to be a close one. But do you still see that there's a lot of time still for the Tigers to try to get those runs in?
No, plenty of time. But we just can't waste a lot of it. We got to make some opportunities, make some things happen here.
And it's going to be Mimi Buchers coming out of the game, Kate Travis going in. But, Randy, the other night against Walker, you saw the Pine River-Backus Tigers come back and win that game by 2. So the Tigers are not it's not a foreign concept to them of coming back and winning games.
Absolutely, and that Walker game was late in the game when they came back to pick up the win. And, no, absolutely, they can do it here. But, every time that clock ticks, it gets a little bit more difficult.
And so that one's going to go out of bounds on Olivia Davis. Kate Travis will be the passer in her. That will go to Kate Travis again. And the Tigers trying to get something going. 19 left to go here in the second. 45-26. Hannah Bark is trying to make a move on Hardman, but she couldn't find it. Kate Travis trying to do that on Davis. Now it's Laura Dahl with the ball. Olivia Davis, a good job jumping that screen a little bit to stop Laura Dahl from cutting in. Kate Travis for 3, and she makes. And that's a tough shot.
Been a long time coming, so hopefully that gives us a little spark here.
Well, and that's a tough shot for Travis, right on the left side of your hip as a girl who's trying to block you.
Yeah, that was a good job by Kate.
Shapersky for 3, she'll miss. She'll get her own rebound. She'll go up, and a no call on either person.
Yeah. Well, you know what? That was a tough one. Let them play a little bit. Let's not let it get crazy, but, you know, that wasn't too bad.
So now, Pine River-Backus Tigers seeing if they can get something going here with 11:23 left to go. 45-29. Panthers up currently. Ella Dahl trying to get away from Tori Weaver. Kate Travis for 3. She'll miss. Brianna Hannikin. Ooh, that was a good job. Good job by Hannikin.
Yeah, again, you know, Bree's not afraid to get in there and mix it up. Good job by her.
Well, and the Tigers now will get an opportunity to go over the game plan a little bit. 45-29, 30-second timeout here by Coach Lemke of the Panthers. It's going to be a 30-second one. Randy, I think, we're seeing a really good game here tonight. The second half didn't maybe start out the way the Tigers wanted, but I think this is a good little opportunity for Tucker Sheely to say, hey, let's get a little spark going here to get us going.
Well, I'm sure there's nothing more he'd like than that. Get something rolling here. We talked about those runs. Let's get a run going here and see if we can't close the gap here and turn this into a tight ball game.
Well, and we just got word from Ben Kinzer that DGF is down to the Pequot Lakes Road Crew 15-0. So that's a good little start there for them going into the team sections and potential. They're in the section finals and a potential state run there for the Road Crew. Brianna Hannikin trying to get it down to Ella Dahl, and I don't know if that's the matchup you want to try to get it to.
I'm not sure that's what Coach Sheely drew up at all.
Well, and Kate Travis trying to get something on Ishins, but Ishins just going up for 2, making it 47-29, 10:56 left to go here in the second.
Well, Kate's kind of handcuffed right now. She's got 4 fouls looking at her, so she's got to be very cautious defensively.
Kate Travis for 3. And she'll go right off the front of the rim, but a good shot there for Travis. It's going to be Weaver taking the ball on Hannikin. She'll go up right around the hip. She'll miss. Harmon rebound and a foul call here on Ella Dahl.
Yeah, that wasn't a bad foul. That was pretty much a sure 2 if she lets her go.
Well, and that's the thing about it, too, is that now she has to earn it a little bit more. But now Coach Lemke is subbing in 4 at a time, it looks like.
Yeah, again, I think we mentioned that earlier too. You know, a lot of your good teams go 7, 8, 9 deep, and that's what Park Rapids is doing here, going 9 deep, keeping some fresh legs out there.
So now it's going to be Olivia Davis, it's going to be Haley Ishins and Gabby Shapersky coming out of the game, and in is Mickey Clark, Macy Lund, and Cedarstrom. And so Hardman misses the first and makes the second. She'll come out of the game, and Yelanimi will go in. Mimi Bucher's into the game for Brianna Hannikin. And so now the Tigers have got to try to get something going here. And Ella Dahl, and we got a timeout here by Coach Sheely. We'll take a quick timeout as well. It's just a quick little 30-second. 48-29, Park Rapids up. I'm Caleb Travis. Next to me is Randy Schweigel, and we'll be right back.
Pine River Dental Arts is committed to the small town feel of your local dentist while providing top-notch dentistry like general dental care for all ages to help you have the healthiest mouth possible. And they offer same-day crowns. Pine River Dental Arts is happy to welcome Dr. Tony Sauer to the Dental Arts team. Make your appointment at Pine River Dental Arts on Park Avenue in downtown Pine River or call 587-4437. Feeling like patients are like family.
And welcome back. 48-29. Pine River-Backus Tigers against the Park Rapids Panthers, and the Panthers are up right now, and 10:20 left to go here in the second. A sideline out of bounds for River-Backus, and trying to get a trap right there is Mickey Clark, and that's going to go off of somebody. Mimi Bucher's having to get there. Somehow Cedarstrom comes up with it, and a foul call here on Buchers. But that's her first. Team's fourth.
And it almost looked like Buchers was afraid to pick that ball up, thinking it would be a net back, over and back call, and I'm not so sure it would have been because I think it was tipped.
So Cedarstrom will go to the line. She'll be shooting 2, and she'll make the first. So now a 20-point separation here between both of these teams. With 10 minutes left to go, Randy, have you ever seen that before? A 20-point deficit coming back?
Oh, absolutely. I've seen it happen to me. So it can be done, but right now, let's face it, PRB is struggling offensively.
Well, and I think the thing about it too is that when you have quick people in like Mickey Clark who are playing on Mimi Buchers, it's tough for her to put the ball on the ground.
Yeah, and I think right there, that trip, you got Kate was down low and had good position. You got to give her the ball like they did, and okay, we get a foul. So something good and positive happened there. I got maybe look for that a little more often.
And that's going to be Cedarstrom. Travis now, she'll go up and she'll miss the 2. Rebound by the Panthers, and they're going to push the ball here in the second half. Tori Weaver with the ball. Ella Dahl is on her. She's trying to figure out what to do here. A dead ball now. And 9:26 left to go here. Clock's ticking down for the Tigers. Mickey Clark to Tori Weaver. She's trying to see and a lot of patience here by the Panthers, which I guess when you're up by this many, you don't really have to be pushing it too much.
No, they're comfortable doing what they're doing here, just taking their time until they get the opportunities that they want.
And Tori Weaver will miss, get her own rebound, and get another 2.
Yeah, that's a tough matchup down there for, I think it was
Ella Dahl, I believe.
Ella Dahl, yeah. That's one of the Dahl girls anyway. It's a tough matchup.
Kate Travis, wowzers. We're going to get a foul call here, and it's going to be a charge. And that was a little late of a call. I think our official down low was trying to see if Rick Keogh was going to make a call. Kate Travis coming out of the game with her 5th foul, team's 5th. And that's a tough loss for the Tigers.
It really is. It's a kind of a call that could have went either way, and unfortunately for Kate, it didn't go her way.
Well, in these situations, when you're down by a good spread, I would say, those kind of calls, you want to be in the game as long as possible to try to get your team an opportunity.
Well, you do it, but at the same time, you can't really fault. You can't really fault Kate for trying to get to the basket. She's trying to get points on the board, and that's what we need right now. So
that's going to be now. It's 8:20, 52-29 here in PR. If you are wondering, the Pine River-Backus Pequot Lakes Road Crew is up 15-0 the last time we heard in the section finals. So now it's going to be River-Backus. She'll miss a 3. We'll get a foul call here and a push on Tori Weaver, she looks about as surprised as I do.
I didn't see what happened on that one. I was watching what was going on out top.
And so that's going to be her 3rd, team's 4th. And now Mimi Buchers will miss a 2, and it'll go out of bounds, and it's going to go Park Rapids ball. And Randy, sorry, you go.
No, that was a great execution of under the basket out of bounds play. They just didn't finish.
Well, and I think that's one of the things we're seeing from the Tigers right now is just those little 2-pointers that just need to be made.
Yeah, that's an easy shot. Buchers will make that 9 out of 10 times, and this time she just didn't.
And it's going to be Sawyer Tulenchek with the ball. She goes to Mimi Buchers. Now Hannah Barkus with it, Tori Weaver. And that one's a pass from Hannikin. A beautiful pass to Mimi Bukers, and she makes it.
Yeah, and she did a great job holding her girl off, the defensive girl on her backside, and, good pass and, good finish.
And so that's going to be Weaver to Yelanimi, and now Mickey Clark with the ball, and it's going to be a travel call. I don't know if I've seen this many travel calls in a basketball game in a while.
Well, she took a quick little hop there with both feet. It is a travel. They got to call it.
Tori Weaver out of the game, and Avery Cedarstrom. In goes Eichens and Shapersky. 52-31, 7 minutes left to go here in the second. Hannah Barkus with the ball. She goes to Mimi Bukers. Mimi Bukers seeing what can happen. And there's a pretty wide open matchup. It's going to be Sawyer Tulenchek for two and a foul call.
And that's one thing I like about Sawyer brings to the game. She puts it on the floor and goes to the basket hard.
And we got a block here. And that's going to be a good little situation here for the Tigers. And that's, believe it or not, Sawyer Tulenchek's first points of the game.
Yeah, she didn't play much in the first half, but I like that drive.
So Sawyer Tulenchek's first, our only free throw is up and missed. That'll go off the foot of Mickey Clark, but she's quick enough to get it back. Gabby Shapersky will go to Yelanimi. She'll go up, and she'll make the two. Now the Tigers are going to have to be quick about it. Try to get down and see if they can get something on the board. 54-33, 6:30 left to go in the second. It's a Laura Dahl to Sawyer Tulenchek. Sawyer Tulenchek seeing if she can make a move right around. Brianna Hannikin, quick pass down to Mimi Bukers, and a two.
Again, that's that high-low combination. Looked good.
54-35, Park Rapids up with 6 minutes left to play. Quick little trap, and that's going to be Mickey Clark for two.
Really a nice job by Park Rapids moving the ball there, hitting the open person for that easy shot.
So Alora Dahl will now have an opportunity to try to see if she can get some points on the board. Mickey Clark on the ground. Hannah Barkus, three, she'll miss, but Mickey Clark gets the rebound, and she almost loses it. Sawyer Tulenchek having to go out on her. And she is just all over the place, that's for sure.
She really is, works hard.
Eichens to Shapersky, she'll miss the three. Yelanimi gets the rebound, she'll throw it up, she'll miss. Eichens will get it. And now we're going to get some quick movement here. Yelanimi to Shapersky.
Yeah, good job by Park Rapids hitting the offensive boards there.
Yelanimi will miss. Eichens almost gets a rebound, and she does. She'll rip it out of the hands of Alora Dahl. Yelanimi, quick one to Clark. Clark, three, and it will miss. Mimi Bukers with a great rebound.
Yeah, nice job by Bukers boxing out there and getting that board.
And so now the Tigers, time really winding down. 56-35, 4:52 left to go in the second. The only Hannah Barkus to Bukers. Back to Barkus. Barkus for three, and she falls down, and no call. Tucker Shealy not very impressed with that one. It was right in front of the official.
Well, I'm not sure how they couldn't call that one. Girl backed right under her and knocked her down.
That's going to be Shapersky for three. And she really, for the most part, she really hasn't been making too many of her three-point shots this second half, comparatively speaking.
No, but I still, she's a good shooter. She gets good, good clean looks at the basket. And, what is she sitting at point-wise?
20.
Yeah, so she's made a few somewhere along the line.
And it's going to be Amelia Bagstad. And there was one other one, number 20. Oh, oh my goodness. Trying to figure out what the new number is.
22 maybe?
22, I don't see her on the roster, but it could be Vivian Shapersky as well. But now Ala Dahl coming into the game, and also Aaliyah Lewis, who had a big three-point shot against Walker the other night.
Well, actually, she had two of them, and first one brought him back in the game. The second one she hit, put him up three, I think.
And then it went to the free throw line, which is very, very important in the game of basketball.
It really is. I think River-Backus, finished that game with a couple big free throws.
So 4 minutes left to go, 56-35. Pine River-Backus Tigers playing the Park Rapids Panthers, who are up in this game currently. Brianna Hannikin, a quick one down to Mimi Buchers, and a block. And a steal there by Aaliyah Lewis. She'll go to Ella Dahl. They're trying to see if they can find a little bit of offense here before the end of this game. But it's looking like Coach Lemke is thinking that this game is just kind of finished. He's putting in a couple of his reserves that are not in his first 9 or 10 people.
No, good for him, giving everybody a chance to play here. It looks like, this is going to go Park Rapids' way.
That's going to be Clark. She'll miss the 2. Brianna Hannikin with a good rebound to Sawyer Tulinchek. Now the Tigers are going to have to push a little bit. 3 minutes left to go, 56-35. Sawyer Tulinchek seeing what she can do at the baseline. She goes to the middle, kick out to Hannikin. Quick, trying to get it to Mimi Buchers. But then Shapersky will get a steal. She'll go to then number 5, Bagstead, and we'll get a timeout call just for a sub. Number 2, Aaliyah Rowland, and number 11, Nora Cedarstrom. And we'll just get a substitution. Ariana Burns coming into the game for the Tigers. I think she was the only sub. 2:45 left to go. 58-35. Park Rapids up in this game here tonight. But a very good game, though, by far, Randy. It might have not ended up the way that it kind of – Sawyer Tulinchek getting her own rebound after almost a stuck ball, but maybe not the way that we thought the second half was going to go here for the Tigers, but a good game overall.
Yeah, it really was. There was a spell there in, at the start of the second half that really, really cost PRB. There was a drought there. There's no question about it.
Well, so now it's going to be Ella Dahl with the ball. The Tigers seeing if they can put some points here on the board. Ariana Burns with the ball. She's going to go to Ella Dahl. Ella Dahl trying to see what she can do. She'll go up, and she will make the 2.
Yeah, it's a good drive there. Way to use the backboard.
Ishins with the ball for the Park Rapids Panthers. Back to Ishins. Ishins trying to see if she can get past Ella Dahl, but Ella Dahl playing some good defense. Good screen by Allie Rowland. Ishins back with it. She'll get a pass. Trying to get it to Nora Cedarstrom, and it's going to be a little fight, a little scuffle in the middle, and we're going to get a travel call. So now we got some Kaylee Johnson coming in. We got Ella Brewer and then Leah Evelyn coming into the game. 1:35 left to go, 58-37. And let's see what happens here. The Pine River-Backus Tigers will then move in their standings to 11 and 12, pending that this does last. I don't know. There's interesting situations that happened or happen in sports all the time. It's going to be black ball.
It's good to see the young girls out there playing. Just see what the future maybe kind of holds here for both teams. Park Rapids and PRB.
Well, and that's kind of what I was talking to Coach Lemke about this earlier in the game, and he talked about, I asked him the question in his interview of, are you looking kind of towards the future as well as the playoffs? And he said, no, not quite yet. We're looking at playoffs, but I'm not concerned about next year until next year rolls around. And we get a foul here by Nora Cedarstrom. That's going to be her first, team's 8th.
Well, as a coach, though, Coach Lemke, I agree with him. You look at, like we said before, it's tonight's game. That's the important game. But you're always looking at, younger kids that are coming up, in the junior high, the JV programs, and who might help your varsity team in the future.
Leah Evelyn will miss her first, but it will go black ball, keeping it with the Tigers. Minute 08 left to go, 58-37. And so the Pine River-Backus Tigers, though, have some games. Let me check the games coming up. I know we have Walker here on Tuesday. Let's see some of our other games that we got up. That's going to be a foul. Vivian Shapersky will go to the line.
I know the boys next week have Walker here, and then I'm not sure about North Home Collier.
Yeah, North Home Collier is on Thursday. For the girls, on the 21st, it's a doubleheader, looking like LaPorte will be here, or at LaPorte, so the girls will be going to LaPorte. Vivian Shapersky will make and get herself 3 points. And then they play Blackduck and Nevis. So for sure that last game of the year is going to be a tough one. Nevis is a very good team this year. Let me think of his name. Who's the coach over at Nevis?
Paul Schroeder.
Paul Schroeder has been, and even during your time, Randy, too, has been building a really good Nevis program on a lot of really good foundational players.
Yeah, he really has, I think, taken that program and brought it to the point where they are last year in the state tournament. And this year he's really got a good squad, again. So Paul does an excellent job over there, and I think the kids really like him and what's happening over there. They got to be happy. Both the boys and girls programs over there are very successful this year.
Ella Brewer will get a steal here. It's 61-37, 20 seconds left to go here in the second. But no, I 100% agree with you. That's going to be a really interesting game for the Tigers, because more than likely they might be seen with BBE moving out of the conference in the section now, or the section for sure. They were never in the conference, but in the section, Leah Evelyn making 2, and that's going to be the game, 61-39. But Randy, talking about that, this in general though, if Pine River were able to get a win over Nevis in the playoffs, it's kind of like Coach Lemke said, a pretty open section.
Yeah, you never know what can happen. You get into the playoffs, it's one game at a time. We said that before, and Coach Lemke said it, one and done. If you don't do the job, every single night, you go home, and you just got to be on the top of your game when the playoffs start. And, you just want to win one game, and then you want to win one game, and that's it. So you keep pushing for that next win. That's all you can do.
So just a little bit of word here on our wrestlers in Thief River Falls. It's 15-8 going into weight class 138. So there's still a lot of time left.
Could go either way.
And so, that's that's good for the Pine River-Backus and Pequot Lakes communities as well. But Randy, here tonight, 61-39. Pine River-Backus will then move to 11-12. And then the Park Rapids Panthers will move to 10-12. Randy, I'll try to keep it brief because I know you have a very long drive all the way to Backus, Minnesota. And I don't know, Sue might be driving with how bum your knees are right now. But what do you think the Pine River-Backus Tigers did very well tonight that can really help them in the future here come playoff time, but also their final games of the season?
Well, I think that little run that we saw there at the towards the end of the first half, those are things they have to be able to string some more of those together. Don't get flustered when you miss a shot or two. Just keep plugging away, and good things will happen. And like I said, basketball is a game of runs, and you want to be on the long end of those runs when they occur. They have to be able to figure out how to stop the other team when they go on runs. And Park Rapids started that second half and went on a run, and we were just unable to stop them.
Well, and I think that's a big piece of it, Randy, like you said, is runs, and we saw it here tonight. But I think when the Pine River-Backus Tigers come up against the likes of realistically, let's be realistic, is that Nevis is going to be their toughest competition for the next 3 games. And I think the Pine River-Backus Tigers are kind of looking towards that a little bit. But for the most part, though, I saw some really good glimpses of a Pine River-Backus team that could make a deep run in the section playoffs.
Well, you never know. Again, you got to play it one game at a time, and when you get down the line in the playoffs, you're going to be playing better and better teams, and I think what you do as a coach when you go in there, say maybe you're you're a 5 seed or a 6 seed playing a 1 or 2 seed, what you hope to do is keep it close and give yourself a chance at the end of the game. So when they start to run here in the playoffs, they just want to be able to stay with the other team and see what happens at the end of the game, but give yourself a chance to have maybe pick up a win as opposed to a loss when you let a team get away from you like Park Rapids did tonight.
Well, and I think, and that's kind of a big piece of it, is that the Pine River-Backus Tigers had, and I think a big thing of it is had the opportunity. They had the opportunity to go and at halftime, like you said, the first 5 minutes, come out and really be dominant. But the thing of it is that when you got good shooters like Shapersky who are out on the three-point line, and basically she's just stationary there for the most part. She'll make a few cuts to the basket, but that's really difficult to defend when she's already 15 steps ahead of you and you're just trying to transition back into defense.
Yeah, and it's tough defensively, when you're playing a team like Park Rapids where they had a few girls who put the ball on the floor and went to the basket, and then she's standing out there on the wing waiting for the kickouts, and she was knocking them down. I mean, obviously that's her job. Park out there and wait for the ball, and when you get it, let it fly. So I think Park Rapids did a good job of running their offensive things and making things work the way they wanted to, and we were just unable to get out there and match up with them very well tonight.
Yeah, and we'll try to get a couple of Pine River players up here to kind of talk and discuss. We for sure don't want Sawyer Tulenchek. She hates doing the interview portion of our night, and I was kind of wishing Sawyer Tulenchek heard me a little bit, but she didn't. But I think I do agree with you, though, Randy. It's going to be interesting to see what happens during playoff time and what comes about for both of these teams. Because Park Rapids, like you said, if they do have an open section, I don't know who's in that section particularly, but if they do, Park Rapids can have a really good opportunity to make a good run in the playoffs.
Yeah, you just never know. Playoff time is an exciting time of the year, and you get that atmosphere, and first round is at home, if you're a high seed, but after that you get into a neutral court and you get big crowds, and anything can happen. It's a fun time of the year.
Well, and also, Randy, you're forgetting it's playoff time, but also March Madness. So how much work gets done over the month of March is very minimal when you're talking about anything basketball related. But Randy, I'll let you go. Thank you so much for helping me out tonight. Maybe we'll see you for the North Home-Kellier game, Pine River-Backus, North Home-Kellier. We'll try to get a couple of Pine River-Backus Tigers up here. We'll go to a couple ads and see what we can manage.
All right, Caleb, good to be here with you. It's always a lot of fun.
Well, thank you so much, Randy. 39-61, Park Rapids getting a win here tonight, and we'll be right back.
People, economic viability, a wonderful place to live. Pine River, Backus, and PRB Schools. PRB Schools is a small school district with large district opportunities, providing activities and classes that involve students, making sure every student has everything to be successful. PRB Schools also offers a variety of community ed programs, a great way to learn new skills hands-on with others within the community, making connections with families, being involved with the community, becoming a community family. PRBschools.org.
The PRB Boosters are happy to sponsor coverage of the Tigers. Like them on Facebook for events and fundraisers. The PRB Boosters could use your help. Be part of great events and fundraisers, all built to give back and present more opportunities for the students of Pine River-Backus schools. For information or to get started, email prboosterclub1.com. Meetings are the first Monday of every month at 6 p.m. at the school. Good luck, Tigers, from the PRB Boosters.
This year, Schrupp Excavating is celebrating 40 years of digging it right. With this milestone year, Schrupp Excavating wants to thank all of their past, current, and future employees and customers. They appreciate all you've done to help Schrupp Excavating become one of the most trusted companies in the Lakes area. For any excavation project, Schrupp Excavating will have your project done right and on time, serving Pine River, Backus, Pequot Lakes, and all the surrounding communities. Schrupp Excavating LLC, online at schruppexcavating.com. Restock on food, fuel, and baits at locally owned Station 371 on Highway 371 in Pine River. Station 371 has bait and tackle, quality Cenex gasoline, off-road diesel, and is the only stop with #1 diesel. Make sure to stop by to wash off the sand and salt with their indoor car wash. Open when the temp is at least 26 degrees. They'll hook you up with your fishing and hunting licenses too. Station 371 on Highway 371 in Pine River. Thank you for supporting local business.
And welcome back. I'm assuming Coach Tucker Shealy's coming up here. I'm not too sure where he's at, but we'll talk to him tonight. I feel like, that's good enough. I feel pretty confident he should be able to give us at least a half-decent interview here tonight. If you want to throw on the headset, Coach. Talking about tonight's game, you're only going to get one ear, just FYI, but talking about tonight's game, you came out, it was kind of a very similar situation, like I said on the air, from the first half to the second half. Shapersky kind of just came out number 10, shot a couple quick threes, and then you called a timeout right away, which is needed in those types of situations. But looking at the game, what happened in that second half where the lead started to slip a little bit?
Yeah, no, I mean, in that first half, I think our zone, we kind of contained their shooters. I think 10 had 3 threes at half, and then, she got off on us really quick there in that second half. We weren't able to locate her, especially in transition, so that ended up being kind of a big momentum shift for them, and then it was hard to claw back from that.
Well, and so talking about Park Rapids, like I talked about in the pregame, is a pretty good team. They might be 9-12. Not 10-12 now, but they might be that type of team. But at the end of the day, they're playing some pretty good competition multiple times throughout the year. Did you, kind of looking at game plan, you talked about it, but did you kind of expect this, or were you expecting a little bit closer?
Well, no, I mean, I knew they were going to come out. They have a lot of athleticism. They play a lot of girls, and I knew they were going to be some bigger bodies than what we've been used to here. I mean, definitely we wanted to try to attack their pressure. And like I say, in the first half, I think we did a pretty good job of that, making a run and tying it back up there. But then their shooters kind of got off on us, and then I think the boards, the rebounds was definitely probably the difference in the game. They got a lot of second opportunities, and I think their physical play ended up being kind of the difference in this one.
Well, and so looking at the rest of your schedule, you got 3 games left. You have LaPorte, Blackduck, and Nevis, and I know you said you don't like looking ahead, but at the end of the day, your best game that you have down the stretch is Nevis, and that might be a section matchup as well in the playoffs. They made it, of course, to the state tournament last year and did some good things there. What is kind of the outlook for that? What are you getting ready for in that game?
Yeah, so actually we had a little bit of a change in schedule. We actually play BBE on Monday, so an even better opponent. But, them and Nevis next week is going to be, they're going to be 2 tough games for us for sure. And so we need to be able to, handle pressure a little better than we did tonight, looking to get that inside-out game going. And, we have to put players in position to succeed. And, tonight I think, like I say, that pressure is just a little bit too much for us. So we got to, work on some things here, coming up. It'll be tough without a practice here, going into Monday. But girls have been, shown that they can be resilient after a game like this, last week. So, definitely looking for, some improvement here in this last week of the season. We got to play a little bit better here going into playoff time.
And the last question for you, Coach, is with you. So now, kind of bringing it up in my mind, BBE got moved out of your section, I believe, if that's correct. Or no, they're still in it. So that will give you another glimpse into what you're looking at potentially in the playoff picture. What is going to be the practice schedule? And you said you don't get a practice, but if you could practice, what would be the conversation around that, or what would practice be looking like?
Yeah, no, I mean, we got a shoot around before we'll leave on Monday, and we'll definitely talk about their pressure. They play a man-to-man press, likely most of the game, and so we'll have to be able to handle that. And we showed signs tonight that we can do that. I think we just had a couple lapses, but for the most part, Laura stepped up and played a lot better at that point guard position here this year, handling the ball here as the season's progressed, a lot better, keeping the ball in the middle of the court, and so I've liked to see that improvement. And then guards just looking to attack off of it, and then we'll have to control tempo once we get through that press, against BB on Monday.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Coach. You have a wonderful night, and we'll see you in the next couple games here. So we'll take another timeout. Your live event, Caleb Travis, and we'll be right back.
I'm dreaming of a world where the crack of a bat is not just a hobby, but a lifestyle. Where I can build upon long traditions from the ground up. I want to work in an industry where all people can make their own field of dreams become reality. I'm going to elevate the world of sports someday.
And welcome back. We're going to wrap up here. Pine River-Backus going and playing BB on Monday with the schedule change, of course. Park Rapids 61-39. Let's read off our sponsors here tonight, though, as well. Our Big Teal T-shirt game winner, Atwood GM of Aiken, Riverwood Healthcare, Pizza Ranch at Baxter and Little Falls, WW Thompson Concrete, Products of Brainerd, BigDealAuction.com, Cuyuna Regional Medical Center, Tex Carpet Castle Brainerd, and then Shannon's Auto Body Brainerd and Takedown Gym of Brainerd. Star of the game, Pine River-Backus Pine River Family Market is your locally owned grocery store where you can find it all and still find the local hometown atmosphere. Every Wednesday, gallons of milk are just 2 for $6 for curbside pickup and delivery. Visit PineRiverFamilyMarket.com. Enbridge is Wealth, our energy player of the game. Enbridge thanks you for supporting the Line 3 replacement project. Construction is complete on a new and safer pipeline that will deliver the North American energy that we all rely on every day. And it was done thanks to thousands and support by those thousands and hard work of those people. Thank you so much, Enbridge. So we have hopefully another game here with Northam Kellier next week as well. And we will take this time to just thank everybody. Thank you for the Pine River-Backus, the facilities, the athletics programs as well. And we will see you hopefully here shortly. Randy Schweigel might be joining me on that game on the 21st. So thank you so much, everyone. For listening and watching. We had a really good stream tonight and a really good game. Have a wonderful night, and hopefully we try to stay warm in this frigid weather. But this is Caleb Travis signing off on your live